Hey everyone, this is Brittany, so we're just gonna listen to me tune on in the background. Welcome back, everyone.
I really turned a corner when I got my hands on that black Gibson J180. It was my favourite guitar. I just loved it. And that sound gave character to my recordings. I listen to the wake, the wind of my soul. Where I left up, well, I think only God really knows. I sat on the setting sun, but never, 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 that moment when I first started playing. When I listen to my words, but they fall far below. I let my music take me where my heart wants to go. So on the devil.
A very warm welcome to the very first in our series. Welcome to the Gospel of Sophia. Massive respect, big shout out and send Green Emerald Diamond Healing to Doogie and Tyler Gabriel, who have brought Sophia through and handed the baton over to me. So, maybe please have the absolute pleasure of introducing you to.
I should like to help everyone. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich. We can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful. But we have lost the way. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. You are not machines. You're going to machine. Machines are right. You are not machines.
She is the word, subject of creation.
So, without further ado, let us go to the Gospel of Sophia, Volume 1, the biographies of the divine feminine Ruby Love, Ruby Slippers. You have the power all of my dear. Okay. Tyler Gabriel, MD, rspirit.com. Let's bring her up on the knee here. We pray that these are dear friends and teachers who have passed before us, yet who remain connected to us by the light of Christ, continue to offer our loving service to the goddess Sophia. Know her, the first seal, the initial revelation. No one can feel the spinning earth or hold the ocean's life. No one can know the Creator God without her selfless strife. No rock or stone or tree or cloud can exist without her grace, for she's the one who made it all, the features of her face. The vision of the triple goddess. No one has seen her triple flaming soul, so brilliant and yet subdued. No one has known her secret ways that labyrinth the soul. No one can dance her birthing song, so deep and suffering true, unless her names she chants again, or gathers the spring morning dew. She was standing before me, a crone with leathery skin and a crepe neck, but eyes that sparkled green, emerald green with vibrancy, and a youth that pierced my soul with a knowingness of ageless wisdom. So deeply did her eyes penetrate me, and with such discomfort that I glanced away. She pointed her crooked, ancient finger back over her shoulder to hot red fields of molten lava that were pouring forth as a rich cake batter might have spilled in folds upon itself as it emptied from a baker's mixing bowl. Through intense heated air, I could see massive pools of percolating magma fed by liquefied rock cascading down a mountain. From the lava pools, 4 bubbling red-hot rivers curved downstream and away into a distant, smoke-hazed horizon. In a silence where all is understood, the wisdom woman brought forth from her cloak an ordinary shovel and held it out to me. With her other hand, she pointed upward to the distant falling streams of molten lava. I accepted the shovel and set off in the direction she indicated with an indication of knowing the destination and then floating into it with a kind of spiritual momentum. I looked behind me to see if the crone was following, but she had faded into darkness and invisibility, with only the sound of her laughter lingering in the aura of fire. As I started to ascend the mountain and headed towards the rim of the summit, I could see a fountainhead of the thick folding churning streams of molten rock. Tightly holding to the shovel as my walking stick, I seemed to use a type of dream will to pole vault and weightlessly propel myself over the streams and pools of liquid fire, yet in little time. The intense heat had melted the blade, leaving only the handle. But this was of no concern to me, as I vision-willed myself to the top of the summit without the constraints of ordinary physics. In a dimension of experience that was not framed in time and space, I perceived the source of the 4 rivers of molten rock, a huge black cube suspended a few feet off the liquid fire ground. Gushing streams of molten magma flowed out of 4 sides of the black cube to the rim of the summit and cascaded down the mountainside. What was this mysterious dark cube? How could I reach it? Feeling the presence of someone other than myself on the precipice of the fiery threshold, I turned my head, and there was the wisdom woman, standing in her knowingness with a warm and loving smile. How could you be here? I questioned her without words, without a walking stick. How can I get to the black cube? Her silent language told me to turn to the cube and hold out the remaining shovel stick that I still grasped. Following her inner directive, I turned back to the cube, held out the shovel stick, which seemed to have become an enchanted wand, and struck the cube's ebony side in an attempt to analyze the strange formation. Instantaneously, in a whirl of mystical displacement, I found myself inside the cube, immersed in an enormous volcanic fountainhead. And there she was, standing motionless in the middle of the fiery fountain of magma, the wisdom woman. Her time-worn image had been transformed into a youthful, shimmering beauty who was holding an infant in her arms. Her heavy pleated cloak that had hidden all of her features, except her face and hands, had become a gossamer gown of sky blue chiffon that barely made her naked figure modest. Her hair fell below her shoulders like opulent strands of silky ribbons in a multitude of hues and tones. Her skin was luscious and luminous. Her face was perfect symmetry. Her eyes sparkled with vibrancy and youth. She approached me with a mother's tender love, placed the baby in my arms. Holding the infant and gazing into its face, rushing imaginations flooded through me. The infant became a mirror of recognition. This child is me, my soul reflected. This child is me. I saw my life stream forward in time as the 4 rivers of magna gushed from the cube. I was the child growing into what I had become, quite unconscious of the guiding forces of the wise woman who stood before me as mother, maiden, crone, hidden goddess. Once hesitant to look into the eyes of the crone, I now hungered to look into her wise gaze, to give me knowledge of myself. Our eyes met and her wordless language began to pour into my heart and soul. You have travelled this path of fire and heat, given only a simple shovel, she thought into me. By trusting forces beyond your physical experience, you willed yourself over fiery obstacles and up to the volcano summit. Then, trusting your intuition in a place where no logic seemed operative, you awakened your unconsciousness to the time and space defying act of holding yourself as a babe. Her parting thoughts to me resounded as I began to wake from my dream. It is time, she said. It is time. Time for what I asked. She smiled knowingly. It is time to birth your higher self. Beautiful baby. Emerald, green, diamond, healing. Stay tuned. Plenty more to come. Thank you so much. I really hope you can continue to join us on this journey beyond time and space. Adam and Eve to infinity and beyond. Welcome to the Gospel of Sophia Creatrix, Christos, Holy Trinity. Garmi Agat.